I don't know if this is worth talking about yet. I've said it before, but you just keep seeing, well, I keep seeing like the truth of it repeated, like almost daily, that the United States is the head of the beast, which represents like earthly powers that seems to be dead. And then it seems to get better, and everybody worships the beast because it's so great. You know, earthly powers. You just keep seeing signs that, oh, it's dead. It doesn't stand for anything. It has no life. It's people pretending, you know, who are in charge. It's people pretending they stand for something. Like, that's what you have to watch if you look at it. Like, the most recent thing is this Epstein thing, right? They promised to, you know, bring the thing into light. They don't know what the light is, so they can't even do it. But then they walked back even from that, right? They walked back, they're liars. And there was some kind of a vote that was supposed to happen. And the person in charge of that denied it, made it impossible, okay, right? And one of the justifications he used was, well, the Democrats, you know, they had 4 years time, you know, to reveal the Epstein files that people want to see, you know, these people who are, you know, sexually immoral, disgusting, rich perverts, having sex with trafficked girls who don't know anything about what they're supposed to be doing in this world. Because they're so far removed from God, they just see the money. They were trafficked, these underage girls, to be prostitutes in some places, right? This is what he will not allow to be brought to light, or for what passes for light in the house of a country that is the least of all the Gentile nations, the United States. And the justification is, well, the Democrats didn't do it either, so they're just trying to use this now to attack the current administration. So they're justifying their evil, their cover-up, with the hypocrisy of the Democrats. And this is what I mean, like, it's this lifeless thing, it doesn't stand for anything. What about making sure that the people who are wicked and evil, who deserve punishment, are brought to justice? Like, it doesn't even get discussed. It's just a bunch of finger pointing by a bunch of hypocrites on both sides. Like, the whole nation is full of it. And this is what is the head of the beast that represents this earthly power. You know, this great earthly power, the greatest there is, the United States. People are stuck watching, like people pretending to stand for something. And it is actually dead. It appears dead, and then it will have its false miracle of resurrection, and people will worship it. Because the dragon will be the one that commands it. The spirit of Satan will go into a person, and he will command the earthly powers. And that's what it means to worship the beast. That it's man worshipping himself. I don't know if is there any reason for me to talk about this other than I just keep seeing the signs like on repeat. This is what everybody's looking at, but they, I guess, don't understand because they have no scriptural understanding of what things are. That's the wounded head of the beast. It's this disgusting construct in the world, created by men and by the father of lies, that he can master them. And it kind of sucks having people like talk about this who presumably try to seek the truth, try to get to the bottom of something that's true. They're trying to hang things on the words of these people who don't stand for anything, and it's just like a miserable spectacle having to see it. Like, that's not where the truth is. Truth is in God. You can find it in the book of Revelation. That's what you should be reading, understanding in these wicked days, last days, you can't discover it in the world. You have to know the truth, and then you can look at the nonsense that the evil lies, the delusions, the illusions that is out there, the darkness, which is what it means. You know, lies, darkness, it's the thing that you can't see in, there's nothing to see in. You have to be the one who brings in the light to reveal things. People look at the world and think they can discern what is true. That's not how it works. Anyway. I feel like it's my job to talk about these things because I do understand it, but it sucks that, I don't understand. Like, people do not have anything better than what I just said. The revelation that I speak is true, but people just don't care. It's like, oh, come on, man, what are you even yapping about? I mean, it's the United States. It has all the power. It has all the power in the world. It doesn't matter if they're liars. They can just, decide the truth doesn't matter. People think like this because they actually don't believe in God. They don't believe that there's gonna be punishment and judgment for that. Whereas God is the one who is preparing them for eternal fire and destruction. They just have to be walking into it on their own for the justice to happen. But the punishment to be just, people have to be allowed to become the degenerates they are in their heart. And that's what you're seeing. Like the most elite, cream of the cream, the highly educated people who prop up this system. Anybody who is part of it, like everybody who is against God and is for the things of the world, who believes in this nonsense, these lies, this thing that surely deserves to be tormented. Anybody who places their faith in that, they deserve the mark of the beast. I want to clarify this. I want to talk about this point more. When I wrote, I mean it in the video, when I wrote that everyone according to his measure, that's something that's actually in scripture, and it's to indicate a kind of really important point for you to understand. According to his measure, everybody's own measure. How you measure, it will be measured to you. What measure? Well, everybody is partaking something according to their own measure, with the strength that they have, with the ability they have. So when you see somebody who is like a ruler of a world, for example, do their evil, be wicked, hypocritical, and things like this, there's also some guy sitting on the toilet tweeting out, those guys are worse, my guy is better. Like, I don't care about that he did something so evil and disgusting and wicked. No, let's talk about somebody else. Like, you are defending, for example, somebody who is indefensible, and so you partake according to your own measure, with the strength that you have, with the ability that you have, with your soul, with who you are, in that evil. That's what it means. So there's like these degrees. And you might be thinking, well, it's not so bad then if you just, defended somebody, you obfuscated the truth or something like that. No. Your punishment will be very much like it. It just will be according to your measure. So if you are somebody who never had any power in the world, for example, nobody ever cared, nobody ever listened, right? You have your own influence. You probably ruined your children's heads or something like that. You made your spouse's life worse. Things like this. That is the thing that will be your undoing, because that's your measure. It's not on the ruling nations level, because that's not where you are, in life. You never were anybody like that. You were just somebody who destroyed what little he had. That's still a terrible judgment. It's just according to your measure. They did not turn away from what is obviously evil. Like, it's undeniable. There's no excuse. and we're stuck here. The few people who love God, who are looking for God, who are waiting for the arrival of the Son, the second coming, with his holy people to start the kingdom of justice and righteousness, we're just stuck here looking at this lifeless puppet show. And it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. Let's try to look out for each other in the meanwhile. I think that's the only thing we can do. I think that's God's will for us. And when the world ends, and surely it will end, you are a believer of Satan if you do not believe that this thing will come to an end and be destroyed and fall apart. If you don't believe, then you believe in Satan. But if you do believe, then you should also believe that the world ends, and we should be using the buddy system. Like we should, everybody should have one friend that they look out for.